Hi, everyone. It's Henry DeVries from Agency Rainmaker TV. This is where we teach agency owners how to make it rain. Welcome. And have an agency owner with me from Kansas City today, Corey Morris of Voltage. So, Corey, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Enjoying the sunshine coming into my office today, finally.
So great to have you here. Let's talk about the who. Who do you serve?
Yeah, we serve a couple of different audiences, but our focus is heavily on lead generation and B2B. So, brands who are looking for driving more leads, more qualified leads, and more overall profitability through their digital marketing. As well as we also partner with a wide number of agencies around the country as well to support their teams in a couple of
Yeah,
specific areas.
that's interesting. Let's just go there for a minute. Tell me a little bit more about your partnering strategy.
Yeah, we naturally as a specialist and kind of niche down and focused on doing two things really well instead of trying to do them all really well. Naturally have been sought out by other partners and other agencies and consultants um, and companies to help focus in with laser focus, almost like that specialist or that surgeon to come in and really help in a couple of specific areas where maybe they have short-term needs or don't have that skill set or subject matter covered in-house at the level of expertise and experience we have.
Corey and I are in a mastermind of 20 different uh, agencies that serve other agencies. And we really see that this is the big future trend that instead of expanding, you find somebody who really is an expert in one area and you partner with them. I think we're going to see more and more of this coming up. Well, let's get to the what. What do you do?
Yeah, so we've been a digital agency for a long time. We've started as a creative agency, but shifted pretty early on into digital as it was trackable, measurable, and actually that's where my career started in search engine optimization as well as in website projects. And those are really the two things I mentioned. We do a couple of things. We went through a process of what do we do great, as well as anybody else in the country. What do we do good? And then what are the things we just do on par with everybody else? Do a good job, but not really standing out. And so those two things that stood above and we go toe to toe with anybody else are website design and development, so web projects as well as digital marketing. And under the digital marketing, though, it's heavily in search. So paid search ads, Google ads, as well as search engine optimization, which, as I mentioned, goes back to early stages of my career.
I think it's so important to know what you do great. What are you great at? And more of the great. So what did somebody
Yeah.
say? They said, say no to the good so you can say yes to the great. So that's really something you consciously looked at. Tell us about your plan and your process for working with clients.
Well, and so many, to what you just said as well, so many agencies and so many people, consultants, anybody can say they do SEO or say they do your website. And for us, we don't see those services and those things as a commodity. Yes, we understand that there are budgets and different sets of requirements and needs all across the scope and scale. But for us, we really focused on help building, having a foundation, which is the website for clients. We're partnering with them if they already have a good foundation, and ultimately helping clients get found by their target customer. There's no matter the technology, and again, we're heavy in search, but no matter how that continues to evolve with AI and all the other fun, shiny objects out there, for us, being disciplined, having a strong strategy to rely on and a plan to implement tactically to make sure that we're always helping our clients get found by their target audience and to work through to their ultimate goals is key. And that's really at the heart of everything we do.
That's great, Corey. I've interviewed over 1,000 people who hire agencies, and I can tell you some things not to say. Don't say you're the perfect size, small enough for personal attention, large to get any job done. They said, yeah, everybody says that. Don't give that we're fully integrated, full spectrum. We can handle anything. That is a message that they don't like to hear. They also say our biggest fear is talking about money. He said, as agency owners, we're horrible talking about money. So we need to get better at that. Well, let's go into how you make it rain. How do you get clients for Voltage?
For us, everything, what resonates are really connected to some of the pain points and topics of my upcoming book, the Digital Marketing Success Plan. So I mentioned a minute ago, strategy is and planning that out. I touched on that is critical, and we believe that strongly because there's so many different stories ranging from the competing against someone who says they can do everything and that fully integrated model. Well, they can do everything and maybe a couple things well and a lot of things then not so well, or just at a commodity level. And so it hurts me at a personal level to have a prospect or a client come to me who's been burned by other agencies. So for us, part of the content and the charge here is to hold agencies to a higher standard or shine a light on how we're not all the same. It's not just a commodity to do SEO, or not all websites are created equal, but to also help clients not go down one of those paths and be the fourth agency in a row who's given them a bad experience. Or if we're the first, that they don't go through a path of spending a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of attention and focus, and you get 6 months in or a year in and realize that there was no return on investment there, or they were driving the strategy really, and the client was just doing some checkbox SEO. In fact, that was my most recent article on Search Engine Land that just got a lot of buzz, was around the 8 warning signs of checkbox SEO. All the things that you should do, like best practices, but if you're just blindly checking the boxes, chances are there wasn't a strategy ahead of it that kind of dictated what those boxes were and how to get from where you are now to where you want to go. So for us, and in my book, I'm essentially giving away our planning and initial strategy development process. So what we do in that first 90 days with our clients, I want people to have and to know, because again, one, it puts it out there that so there's not the temptation to just jump in when it's too soon or too early or before you're ready, or spend dollars that, whether it's working or not, an agency or in Google will take. So there's a number of different scenarios that I'm trying to help save clients and prospects from, as well as call out in the industry. So I don't have to hear as many stories down the road of being burned by agencies, or somebody gets to me with a lot of trust issues when I want to give it all away.
I want to comment on something you said that was so important, and it was about specializing and knowing what you're great at. In California, we have a burger chain called In-N-Out. I mean, it's the best burgers. If you want a burger, I think this is the best place to go. We have another chain, and I won't mention them by name, but they have a clown that comes out of a box. And you can buy whatever you want there. Tacos, they have teriyaki, you can just a variety of things. They do everything, and none of it very well. There's nothing where you'd say, well, I want that. Most people, they're open 24 hours. So if you've got the munchies after 11 p.m., that might be their specialty, handling that. So we don't want to be that. Well, let's be the In-N-Out agency. Let's be really good at something like what you've chosen to be really good at digital. Well, that's the time we have for today. Thank you so much for being with us, Corey. Would love to talk to you again. We'll have you back as a guest. And until next time, make it rain.